Welcome to another edition of the Northstars show here on Shaw Cable. Filling in for Lance Recker, I'm Bradley Karp. Lance is out with a hangover from paying for those $9 beers in the New Year's Eve game between the Jets and Maple Leafs down in Winnipeg. Good chance to talk to Dustin Levesque today in regards to the first half of the season, his thoughts on it, about the upcoming matchup against the Winnipeg Wild this weekend, and of course what we should see from the Northstars in the second half of the year. Chance for you to win this gorgeous hat from the Northstars, signed by all 5-star players of this year's Northstars team. And 1 minute with Jameson Scott, otherwise known as Baby J, inside the locker room. I heard that's his nickname. And his gorgeous, old-school 1988 Sherwood PMP shoulder pads.
Hi, my name is Aaron Valance. I'm number 33. I play goal. My hometown is Thompson, Manitoba. I went to Westwood Elementary School, and my favorite NHL player is Jonas Hiller.
This one? We're here with head coach Dustin Levesque. Dustin, beginning of a new year, what are your goals for the rest of the season?
To get above 500, that's for sure. I'd like to get around 20 wins, maybe 22 if we can get there, but it's going to be a tough road. We've got Winnipeg teams 5 times of the next 14 games, so we'll be in tough out of those. It'd be nice to split this weekend, hopefully get a split, maybe 2. We'll see what happens. It'll be tough against the Wild. We've got the Thrashers again at the end of the month here, and those games, when we don't play the Winnipeg teams, we got to make sure we capitalize.
And the first half of the season, from the coach's perspective, how'd that go?
First half is a little bit of inconsistency. It's been kind of the theme for the first half for 30 games for us. We've got games where we play really well. We've got games where we play poorly. We play well against the good teams. We play poor against the weaker teams in the league, and that's not going to cut it if we want to be in 4th place or 5th place overall going into the playoffs.
And this weekend, 2 games against the Wild. What's the strategy to make sure that you can come out with at least a win?
Yeah, well, we got to be really aggressive. When we played against them on the road, we were finishing all of our checks. We played just pretty reckless, to be honest, and the Winnipeg team didn't like to be hit very much, it seemed like. We were getting all over their defense and just putting everything towards the net that we could, getting draws in their end, and we played a really good game. We were up 2-0 on them going into midway through the second. They got a power play goal and then another quick one after that. And in the third, we just kept having to kill penalties and ended up losing 3-2. But if we stick to how we played on the road, I think we'll have a good chance this weekend.
And as you mentioned before, what's been the reason for the inconsistencies in terms of night in, night out performance?
I'm not really sure. I don't know if it's because when we play really well against the better teams, we think we don't have to put in that effort against the teams that are lower than us in the standings. I think we change our game a little bit. We don't play the dump and chase game that is successful for us against the top teams, and we switch to trying to carry it in instead of sticking with what works. It's and then just being focused every night. It carries over from practice. Some weeks we're practicing well and everybody's up to the task and battling hard, and some weeks they're just sitting back and not really taking things quite serious enough. So we got to turn this around. It's a long season. The break's good for everybody, and hopefully we come out fresh here.
And as the coach, when you head into the dressing room before a game, can you tell if the team's going to have an off night or not?
Oh, geez. You know what? The feeling in the room is kind of the same every night, to be honest. It doesn't really I can't tell looking around if we're going to be good, if we're not going to be good. Sometimes I think we're going to be out to lunch and we play great, and sometimes I think we're going to be great and it's a really slow start. So maybe I'm just a terrible reader of faces. I don't know, but I can't really tell anything walking around the room.
Just going to do the knee thing the whole time.
Before it starts, go like this. Get ready.
Hi, my name is Brennan Barron. I'm number 26. My position is left wing, hometown Creighton, Saskatchewan, elementary school in McIsaac. Favorite NHL player, Todd the Neckbreaker Bertuzzi. I gotta say this one? Yeah.
Now it's time for your favorite part of the show, the question of the week, a chance for you to win a prize, answer some good old Northstars trivia. This week's question, what was the least number of wins the Northstars have ever had in a regular season? Answers appear on your screen, A, 13, B, 3, or C, 10. And you have a chance to win this gorgeous hat signed by all 5 members of the Northstars going to the Manitoba Major AAA Hockey League's All-Star Game. Those 5 members are goaltender Justin Pollock, defenseman Bruce Highway, forwards Drake Bodie, Edward Bear, and Tanner Hepp. Congratulations to all 5. And congrats as well to Pat Allen from Flin Flon, who got last show's question. who was the all-time leading scorer for the Norman Northstars? And the answer was Cliff Duchesne with 145 points in a single season. One minute with Jameson Scott and his special guest, the Sherwood PMP Old School 1988 Chelios Shouldies. Jameson, where'd you get those beautiful shoulder pads?
Oh, they're my dad's.
Your dad's?
Yeah.
When did he start playing with them?
Oh, I'm not sure.
You don't know, but
No.
how old do you think they are?
I don't know, older than me.
Older than you for sure,
Yeah.
eh? All right, you want to get into these questions? Or you want me to ask you some more about the shoulder pads? You don't care? Okay.
No.
Xbox or PS3?
Xbox.
All right. Favorite flavor of ice cream?
Vanilla.
Vanilla. Okay. Favorite restaurant?
Boston pizza.
And favorite restaurant out of town?
Pizza Hut.
Pizza Hut?
Yeah.
And who's the best dressed teammate? I saw you walking in here with those white shoes. You didn't have your shoulder pads on, so I might have to give you the vote, but who do you think it is?
Justin Pollock.
Pollock?
Yeah.
Facebook or Twitter?
Facebook.
Favorite movie?
Youngblood.
Favorite class?
Phys Ed.
Favorite video game?
NHL 12.
Favorite way to score a goal?
Slap shot.
And you're the leading scorer for rookies on the team. What's your favorite celly?
Selly.
You don't celly, just straight like you've been there before?
Yeah.
There you go. That's the way to do it. Coke or Pepsi?
Coke.
All right. Thank you. Thank you for watching, and a big thank you to head coach Dustin Levesque, as well as Jameson Scott, who brought along his old school shoulder pads for this week's 1 Minute With. You had a good chance to win this gorgeous hat if you answer this question correctly. What is the lowest number of wins the team has ever had in a single season? Possible answers up on the screen now. Remember, Facebook, email, or Twitter. Those 5 players on the hat are Justin Pollock, Drake Bodie, Edward Bear, Tanner Hepp, and defenseman Bruce Highway. Congratulations to all 5 players. Games this weekend, remember the time, Saturday at 7:30 versus the Winnipeg Wild, and Sunday at 1 o'clock for the Wild as well. And you always have a chance to tune in to 610 CHGM's Timeout with the Northstars Thursdays, running just after noon, normally around 12:05. We have a chance to sit down with either the coaches or players or other executives from around the league to talk major AAA hockey here in Manitoba.